Hey guys, today I'm going to be showing you how to use your Traxxas EZ Peak Plus charger with any kind of battery. Alright guys, so before we go into what you can use with this charger, let's talk about the actual charger itself. So this charger is made by Traxxas, obviously. It's called the EZ Peak Plus. This version only has one port, so you can only charge one battery at a time. This charger will be able to use a Lipo or nickel monohydride battery. They have another one that has two ports here, and you can charge a Lipo and a nickel monohydrate battery at the same time, or just two nickel monohydrates or two Lipos. So if you do not own a Traxxas ID battery and you have a balance port like this one, you can plug that in right here. They have a spot for 2S Lipos and 3S Lipos. Since this is a 2S Lipo, I simply just plug this right into here, just like that. So the LED indicators on here are for your so when you turn this on, you can see what charge rate you're charging at and what your battery status is. So I'll show you what that's like in a minute. Alright guys, so when you first turn this charger on, you'll see all the LEDs lighting up. And alright, so let's get started. So this is my Traxxas power cell 5800 milliamp 7.4 volt 2S ID battery. Now, to use this charger with this battery, they have integrated the balance port, which is this, right into the charger. You can see in person, not right now, but there's a little extra little wire going through here, going up into here. You can see it kind of crossing there, and into here. So to use this, I make sure that it's facing the right way, and then plug it in just like that. Then you'll see that it automatically recognizes what it is, and all I do is press the start button. Just hold it for 2 to 3 seconds, and it will start charging. Plug it. So here it is unplugged. And if you want to use one of the regular ones, you just take your battery, and since you have the balance port, just plug that in to the correct spot, which would be 2S Lipo for me. Plug it in just like that. Take your port. Plug it in just like that, and you'll see it'll start beeping, and the LEDs will be going back and forth a little bit slower. So what you do here to not use the ID batteries, you hold the start button and the charge rate selection button. Hold these just like this until it starts going like this, and you'll see this is the charge rate. It automatically recognized that this was a Lipo, and I want it to balance charge. But if you want to choose the amperage at which it charges, you just click this button here. It goes all the way up to a 4 amp charge. I usually just charge it at 1 just to be safe. And you can choose between a Lipo or a nickel monohydrate by choosing this button, which I'll show you a nickel monohydrate in a second. This here, the top one is for a storage charge, so if you're storing it over a long period of time. The second one is a fast charge, so it won't balance it. And the bottom one is balance. If you're going to charge your Lipo, just make sure it's balance charging, just so you don't damage your Lipo. So now I'll show you what you do with a nickel monohydrate battery. Alright, I'm back, and here are our nickel monohydrate batteries. We do have one more Traxxas power cell, but there's no real point in bringing another one up here. So this is our 5000 milliamp 8.4 volt nickel monohydrate battery by Venom, and then this is your standard Traxxas 7.4 volt 3000 milliamp ID battery. So again, like I said, this is ID, this isn't. It's basically the same process as you do with a Lipo. Just make sure it's all lined up right, and then push it in. And then it automatically recognizes that it is a nickel monohydrate and automatically puts it to a 4 amp charge. And then you just hold the start button like I said, and then it'll start charging. So let's go to the non-Traxxas one. Now since these are nickel monohydrate, they do not have a balance port. So all you do is plug it in, just like that, and there we go. Now I'll do different blinking like it did before. Hold down these two buttons just like you did for the one that wasn't ID, and for this one you have to choose whether it's a Lipo or a nickel monohydrate. This is a nickel monohydrate, so I click it for nickel monohydrate, and then choose which rate it will charge at. And that's about it, guys. That's how you use it. So let's talk about the ID batteries now. Alright guys, so here are the different Traxxas power cell ID batteries. This is a Lipo, and this is a nickel monohydrate. This is a soft case Lipo, 5,800 milliamp 2S Lipo. This is a hard case Lipo right here. This is what a hard case one looks like, just a harder case, as you could probably imagine. So this is the one that I currently use in all my vehicles. We have two of them, and then just one of the, this is a SPC Racing Lipo. But this is the one I currently use in mine. And then this is sometimes using the Stampede if the Lipo is not charged. This is a nickel monohydrite. Both very good batteries. I definitely prefer the Lipo over a nickel monohydrite any day though. So the downside of getting Traxxas ID battery is that since they integrate the balance port into the Lipo, you cannot use a Lipo monitor. So if you do want to use a Lipo monitor, you have to pick up obviously a Lipo monitor, which is this here. This is one of the better ones made by Venom. You just plug in your port right here. So if I was going to use this battery, I just take the little port, and then it likes it if it's all the way over to the left more, and then just put it in like that, and then it'll start going. This battery is junk, so I won't work with this very well, because like I said, it's junk. But if I were to take my Traxxas Lipo, and if you buy an adapter, here's the adapter. If you're using a 2S Lipo, then you have this little extra adapter on here, which does come with it. So yeah, you just take this, put that little adapter on, take your plug, put it on. So then you take these, take your Lipo monitor, plug in just like that. Start beeping. All the cells, that cell number 1, that cell number 2, that. And this is where you would just plug it into your car, so then you can run it, and then this will tell you if your voltage is too low. So that's the only downside to buying a Traxxas ID battery. I got this Lipo monitor for $10. This is, you can get one for $4, but I wanted to go a little bit more expensive just because it would be nicer and hold up a lot better, I assumed. And the adapter is $10. Sadly, it's pretty expensive. They really should just, in my opinion, come with it right off the bat, but they don't. So yeah, guys, this is another video by RC Mayhem. I'll catch you guys in the next one. Keep RCing.